Alright guys, so in a few of the previous videos I referenced a major release that I had in hand or coming soon to be in hand, and all of the videos kind of got scrambled, so I'm not sure which ones I decided to upload first. I've been pumping out content like an absolute madman, but this is going to be a longer video, so grab some popcorn, do whatever you need to do. Because in hand right now, what we have here are the Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows in the olive colorway. The very last Travis Scott shoe that will be released officially. And Travis Scott is moving on to bigger and better things. I believe it is the last Jordan 1, but I think he can still make other models. But that being said, the Jordan 1 is obviously the hallmark of Nike streetwear and fashion and everything. So the fact that it is the very last Jordan 1 is definitely somewhat of a big deal. Even if you guys don't even like this colorway, it's impossible to not acknowledge how big of a deal this is. Especially after how successful the Jordan 1 Travis Scott line was and the resale prices of some of those original pairs. So, huge shout out to my trainer as always. He's the GOAT for real. And today we are going to go over some of the details of the shoe, as well as how you can tell if these are real or fake. I'm going to give you just a few pointers, and these should be pretty good pointers. I don't have a fake pair in hand, but this should be a good representation of if it is a real or fake shoe. If you guys want real pairs of shoes and you have the funds, the absolute best thing to do is to buy the shoe right when it releases, as he has done. These dropped on April 26th. Now it's May 15th and he's already got his pair in from StockX. But if you guys want the best shot of getting a real pair, buy them off the bat. So let's jump into the box of the shoe like we usually do, and I'm pleased to report that this shoe does have a very aesthetic box. It is basically the exact same colorway as the shoe itself. It features an all white glazed upper, kind of like maybe a Jordan 4 SB box would, and then it says Nike in olive on the top. On the other side, it says Nike 1985 Air Jordan 1 right there, and on the label it does say Travis Scott Jordan 1 low olive women's right there, as you can see, and it does have the tag right here, which not every pair will have. But the reason why it says 10.5 is because these are a women's shoe and you have to go up a size and a half from your normal size. My trainer's a size 9. He got these in a size 10.5 women's, which is a man's 9. It's been a while since I opened up a Travis box and was greeted with this beautiful pink paper, which we're going to be very careful not to crinkle or rip. But yeah, it says Cactus Jack, Nike Air, and Air Jordan all over the paper itself in a very beautiful pink color, which I wish we saw more of. Every time there's a pink Nike shoe, I usually really like it. Like the washed pink Jordan ones, those were amazing. And that's why I'm wearing this pink shirt, in honor of pink Nike shoes. So, without any further ado, let's do a little drum roll and let's jump in to the shoe itself. These are the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott olives in the women's edition. So on the lateral side of the shoe, ooh, I'm hyped. You got this huge Nike swoosh, as you always do on Travis Scott shoes. That is the signature, that is the hallmark, and that is the reason why Travis Scott Jordans blew up in the way that they did over time. Besides that, you got a very OG cut of the Jordan 1 Low. As always with the Travis lows, they do the very OG cut. So it's very low, it's got the usual construction, and yeah, so white overall on most of the panels of the shoe, but you also got black and this accent color of olive. On the back heel, you got a smiley face on this one, but then on the other one, you got a Wings logo. So the left one has a smiley face, and the right one's got the Wings logo. If your fake messed that up, it would be a very bad fake indeed. On the medial side of the shoe, you got a regular swoosh this time, just a regular OG Jordan 1 swoosh, and you also got Cactus Jack running down the swoosh, which is going to be hard to see, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of help off the bat because I feel like that is a very important detail right here. You should be able to see that right there. It does say Cactus Jack right there, as you can see. Cactus Jack, boom. So if you use a UV light on your pair and it doesn't glow on this part of the shoe, it's probably a fake. It's supposed to glow and glisten because that's literally the whole point of why it's there. Now, as far as the toe box goes, you got an all black toe box, which not sure how I feel about that, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then the other notable detail is that the shoe does come with a lot of laces, as it should with the high retail as well as the high resale. You got red wax laces, black wax laces, and green wax laces, or like an army olive color as you would expect. And then in the shoe you got the white wax laces started off. On the inside of the shoe you got Cactus Jack and a Jumpman on the back of the insole, as well as an Air Jordan all the way deep within the insole. I'm going to try and put a picture on screen because there's no way that you guys are going to be able to see that. And then on the tongue, you got Cactus Jack on the side and a bright red Nike Air, which does match the shoe pretty well. I like that detail a lot. Very cool. So those are the main aspects of the shoe. Other than that, it's pretty much just your OG Jordan 1 low. Nothing too insane about it, but it is obviously a Travis Scott, so it's a very special shoe indeed. Let's take a look at the other pair. Now, these laces that are in this right pair don't come on the shoe, but I left them in there because I think it's a very cool touch. These are actually the laces that come on the Travis Scott SB Dunks, and they are a white rope style lace. I already know a lot of you probably won't like this detail, but I think it's super cool and definitely stylish. But besides that, same swoosh, same, actually different back. You got the Wings logo instead of the smiley face. And the insole, it does have Cactus Jack. You guys can probably see this one better. It's a lot brighter for some reason. And it says 23 right there as well. So that is basically what you guys will be able to see on the other insole, but it's just further down. So basically, the insoles are inverted versions of one another. The outsole is an olive army green, and yeah, besides that, same deal. So, as far as like the colorway goes, there was a lot of Travis Scott lows. There was the mocha, there was the reverse mocha, there was the fragment, the phantom, and then there was these. In my opinion, I think that the reverse mocha are the best ones, but these are definitely no slouch at all. You got red, olive, black, and white as the main colors on the shoe. As far as quality goes on the shoe, I gotta say it's not bad at all. Let's take a look at the other one because the inside stuffing is out. As you can tell, it does push down decently, but pretty disappointing quality in my opinion. Really nothing to write home about. The nubuck is not bad, but this part, this white part, is pretty hard. And then the suedes on the swooshes are just very dead for whatever reason. Maybe it's just this pair, but who knows. Craftsmanship wise, I don't really see anything wrong. on this particular pair, but I do report that there were some issues on the other pairs that I've seen, but on this one it's pretty good. There's a few blemishes on the swoosh of this right side, but nothing too crazy. I would say the QC is pretty good. And the suede on this black part is actually pretty good as well. You can tell it reacts to the touch, but this white part is just nothing crazy at all. It's pretty bad leather. And then on the inside, actually, the size tag on this particular shoe is a very important one because it does say the production date. So this one says August 24th, 22 to October 26th, 22, as you can see right there. And those are the dates that you want it to say. If your pair doesn't say that, I would be very nervous and definitely get it checked out before you get stuck with a fake, because these things are not cheap at all. As far as sizing goes, just go true to size. They're Jordan 1 low, nothing really crazy about them. And as far as sizing goes, they're pretty normal. As far as resale prediction goes, these are going for around $900 right now, give or take, probably more like $800. But I would say that these are a cop now if you want them, because all Travis Scotts ever do is go up, up, up. They won't go up as fast as like the original Mochas did, because this colorway is somewhat weird, but definitely they will go up over time. And I believe that these are actually the first Travis that we've had on this channel, so that's definitely a milestone of sorts. As far as my opinion on the shoe goes, I think that this colorway is a little whack and that the olive doesn't really match, but I would always love a Travis low to be in my collection someday. So I think that if it were to be any of them, I would not pick this one. I'd rather have the reverse mocha, but to each their own. If you guys tell me you like the shoe, I would not be surprised in the slightest. So with that being said, that was a mouthful indeed. Hopefully you enjoyed the review on the Travis Mochas. And real quick, I just want to mention that these are a women's release. Nike, why are you making these beautiful shoes women's only? There's literally no point. Like, I don't even understand. It's like they're just checking off a little thing that they have to do for their agenda, and I don't really like that. So I wish they would stop doing women's only releases, because it's really only excluding people with big feet, which doesn't make any sense. I could still wear the shoe in a size 12 women's, but it just would cut off people bigger than that. So it's a little weird in my opinion. But with that being said, take care, and I'll see you all later. Peace.